Welcome back. Classes in session. Man, I like this part. I love this part. I love this part of my podcast and of my week because I get to really help you guys with learning all the different systems and tools and everything that I'm doing for my business. I get to show you, and hopefully this will help you with your business. Episode 27, guys, 27 days in a row. We've been giving you great content, whether it was a classroom, whether it was a tool, whether it was relationship advice, whether it was mindset, whether it was health. I've been giving it all to you for, 27 days straight. So I'm really appreciate you guys for liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. Let's get into it. Today I wanted to go over Instagram. The last 2 weeks I had you go over websites and I went over YouTube. Everything's in purpose, right? So the website first is because if your website ain't done, you can't bring nobody to anywhere, right? Your YouTube is for your content. So that's gonna take the content and you're gonna spread it everywhere else. So like for instance, I create this podcast, I create this video for my class, right? I could take this, put it onto YouTube, break it up, put it on my audio podcast, then break it up into clips and put it on my Instagram. So everything was purposeful, right? That's why I did it like this. I want you to first have your website, right? The next thing I want you to do YouTube, and now we're gonna focus on Instagram. Now, I'm not sure if you can see this, right? But what I'm doing is I'm recording the screen. It's not allowing me to 75,000 followers. I just hit that today. The first thing we wanna talk about, I got my phone, so please forgive me for hiding my phone because I did take notes on points I wanna make sure I hit on. So please help me with that. Please don't, kill me for having my phone. But the first thing I want to talk about is your image, right? The image that you use for your profile pic, it needs to be clear. It needs to be to the point. If it's a logo, no letters in the logo, just anything bold, it needs to stick out. So if it's a brand, then and you're using a logo, make sure it's very visible because people are looking on a phone, looking on websites and whatnot. So make sure it's visible. And if it's a picture, make sure it's clean. Like that's a professional took it in picture by me, believe it or not. I do a lot, man, I do. The next thing is your handle. You want your handles to be great, really simple. I mean, mine isn't the most simplest, but as my brand grows, Michael J. McDonald, it's gonna become simple because you're gonna know my name. But I just wanted to use my name. If you can use your name for your personal brand, I would use my personal brand name for my name. But if it's a brand, don't do too many underscores and all these different things. Try to make it as simple as possible. That's gonna allow you to actually be memorable and allow you to grow a lot faster. Verified. Some people are verified through the streets. Some people have to pay to get verified through Instagram. Whatever it is, it's nice to have a verified check by your name because it gives you authenticity and it gives you just, it makes people know that you're real and then you're taking your business serious. Because you're verified. The next thing is your name. Make sure this kind of like matches. If your handle is Michael J. McDonald, try to make that match. Now, if your name is Brand X, then put Brand X. Kind of have them talking to each other, right? So that's the next thing. The next thing I want to talk about is entrepreneur. That's the category tab, right? You go into your profile and you can see your category. Pick the category that best describes you. I used to have digital creator, but I'm not really a digital creator. I'm an entrepreneur. I build businesses, but in building businesses, I use my digital creator skills to build businesses, but I'm really an entrepreneur. So I changed it to entrepreneur. Now, the next thing is very important. This bio part, right? You don't want it to be more than three sentences. So whatever you put in your bio, you want to go to your phone and make sure you don't have to click and go down to see more. You want people to do as least as possible on your page. So make it short, sweet, and to the point. You want them to be able to understand what you do right away as soon as they come to your page. So God first, that's the first thing I'm gonna talk about, The next thing, my son, that's the second thing, or really the first thing in my life, but God is first. Son, when I get married, it'll be my wife, and then I put all my businesses. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Earn Your Leisure, InvestFest, EWIL University, and EWIL Network. The next thing is I put a call to action. It's always good to put a call to action in your bio because you're gonna be driving people to your profile. So in order to do that, you want to save one line for a call to action. Want to scale? Click the link below. And then that's my call to action. The next thing is a website. Now you can put like multiple websites now in these links now. Don't do it. Just put one website, one link. Just put one link. You want it to be very simple. Don't confuse people. And I always say, don't use Linktree, don't use all those other things. Build your own website. It's not expensive to build a website now. It's very inexpensive to build a website. So build your own website. Put your own website here. Have them going to your website. So if you take them off this page, don't be putting them on another page. Put them on your page. That's the goal. The next thing is highlights. Highlights are another form of call to action. It's going to allow people to book you. It's going to allow people to see your podcast. It's going to allow people to do whatever your intentions are, right? So if you sell a product, it should be in your highlights. If you have a course, it should be in your highlights. If you are a speaker and you want people to book you, it should be in your highlights. That is what you use highlights for. Don't use it for like anything else. This is your brand. This is your business. No personal thing should be on your highlight. Unless you put a family highlight and you just have one highlight for your family, because that is a part of you. Like I always say, 80-20. 20% needs to show things like that, like your family and things like that, because it makes you relatable. It makes you genuine. It makes people want to like you more. So you want to be likable, but it has to be some type of intention, some type of reason for you to be putting in your highlights. Now, I want to talk to you about this part. These posts, right? It's a lot of things to talk about. How much time? I got 10 minutes. Oh, man. So, now, aesthetically, I don't do the aesthetically thing. I don't do the colors, coordinations, and things like that. I should, but I don't. More important to me is the content, right? That's the most important thing. What I've noticed is when I do a reel or do a post, when I use a picture like this where I have words on it, it actually does better. But if I do like this, where it's a clip from the footage, it doesn't do as good as these with the picture. So when you want to do like a reel or a post, try to put some letters on the post and put an image of something, either you or something else, but just make it pop out. Make it pop out. That actually tends to do better. Your audience may be different. You want to try different things. I mean, sometimes this does good, but most of the time when I have a picture on it, it does better. So I try to do that. When you do your carousels, have a purpose for your carousels. Put in the caption. Write a story in the caption. This was when I spoke internationally, right? So, and I also have a poster here when I got honored from the AKA. Shout out to the AKAs. They honored me. And it was another post when I did another presentation and I talked about how I was teaching teachers and I came from special education. It was a whole story in my caption. You want to use stories in all of these. You want to tell a story. It's all telling stories. In every single caption of my post. So that's very important when you're doing posts. So you got your carousel posts, you got your reels, you got your just regular pictures, you got your stories. Let's talk about stories for a second. So your posts need to work in hand with your stories. So listen, like boom, I could post this yesterday, right? I'm international. I'm a speaker now. I spoke internationally. I spoke this, right? I did that today, right? Say I did it today. I need to have a story in my story that day. Want to book me to speak? Because you've seen this post and now you have a straight path to book me to speak. So they have to talk to each other. You always want to make these talk to each other. So whatever you're posting, make money with Instagram, right? I should have posted that when I posted this video, because what I'm going to say is go check out my YouTube video or my podcast, how you design your Instagram. It all goes hand in hand, but I'm still going to do it, but it's going to always work. So those stories need to work with your posts. It's all intentional. Like everything you post on your story is like to sell, to call to action, because you can extract them from Instagram and go to your website. You want to talk to them here on your posts, on your feed, but then on your story, you want to sell them. But on your story, you want to give a call to action and send them to where you want to send them. Some people have subscriptions. If you have a subscription service, make a subscription. It's pretty cool too. It'll help you, monetize your Instagram. I wouldn't do it until your following is pretty large, but if you want to start from the bottom, you can. You'll get 1 or 2, maybe a month, but that's a little bit of money in your pocket. So subscription is definitely a way to monetize your Instagram. You want to interact with your comments. You want to comment on the people that comment. So if people are commenting things, you want to interact with them. That'll help your post get into the algorithm a lot more easier when you are talking to your audience and getting more comments and people are interacting with you. They know you're real. They can talk to you. You're getting personal. It's a personal experience. Like, oh, thank you. Oh, would you like this more of this? Okay, I will. I'll try to do that more in the next post. Just be interacting with your audience, because the more interaction you are, the more people are like you. The more people like you, they'll trust you. The more people trust you, they'll support you. Same instance. All is the same. Everything's for a reason. So it's 2 other things that I want to go over. I can't log into the back end, but I want to tell you about this. It's 2 things, right? It's the professional dashboard. I want you to go to total followers. And when you go to total followers, you're going to go all the way down, right? And it's going to show you when is the best time to post. If your best time to post is 6 o'clock, that's the most active time to post. I want you to post at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock is going to get to a few followers, but by the time 6 o'clock comes, the post has some traction and it goes. So go to total followers in your professional dashboard, go all the way down and look at your best times to post for each day. Another thing is in that dashboard, you'll see the genders, the percentage of people, male or females watching you. You'll see the areas, the locations that you're popular in. So you want to always check that like on a frequent basis, because it gives you information on your audience and how your audience, what's the behavior of your audience. And the more you know about your audience, the better you can make content for your audience. You have to be eligible, you have to be selected, but in your dashboard, you go all the way down and you're gonna see something called branded content. This allows you to also monetize your brand, because there are brands out there that you may fit the qualifications to sponsor their brands. So now you can go all the way down, go to branded content, click it, and it's gonna be, if you're eligible, it's gonna be brands that wanna pay you 100, 500, 200,000 for posts. It's already linked in. You click it and you say, I'm interested. If they find you, they feel that you're good for their brand, they're gonna send you an offer. That's also a good way to monetize your brand. Another thing in the professional dashboard, trending audio. You want to use audio sometimes. I tend to not use audio, because if the post is actually doing really good and I want to boost it, if I have trending audio on it, it won't allow me to boost it. And that's another thing, to get reach, right? Don't be scared to boost a post. And when you boost a post, put at least $100 on it. But when you boost a post though, it doesn't mean it's not organic. What it means is that I have 75,000 followers, but every time I post, it's not going to 75,000 people. When I boost it, it's going to 75,000 people. I'm boosting it to go to 75,000 plus and more. I'm taking great content and put it in front of a bigger audience. And they make you pay for that. So don't be afraid to boost a post. Boosting posts is good. It allowed me to get 75,000 followers in a few months. So don't be afraid. These are all real followers. These are followers. I had millions of people come to my page, but 75,000 felt that they wanted to follow me. Another thing that I forgot to mention about posts. If a post is not doing well on your page, take it off, archive it. Don't leave it there, because if you leave your post that didn't do well on your page and people go to your profile, they're gonna see that post, and that might be that one post that they may not follow you. So make sure that you take that post down. After a couple days, it's not doing well, archive it, because you want people to come to your page and see all the great posts that you've been posting. You don't want them to see the bad posts, because every time someone gets to your page, it's an opportunity for them to follow you and do business with you. So make sure that you archive the posts that aren't doing well. That's all I'm going to talk about today. I think that was a lot of great content. I think if you set your Instagram up like this, you'll be set up to monetize your whole entire brand. So you got the website now, you got the YouTube, and now you got Instagram. Guys, trust me, if you follow these steps, it's gonna allow your brand to grow in an exponential way. I got 75,000 followers. 5 months ago, I had 6,000 followers. I did it organically, and I also paid, still organic, don't get it twisted. It is organic, but I also boosted some posts to get me to this level. And I've made a tremendous amount of money with my brand because I had it monetized. I had every aspect of my brand monetized. And I want you to do the same. I don't want you to be putting money into your brand or putting all this work in and you're not able to monetize. Always ask for the sale, but First, tell a story, add the value. Once you add the value, you ask for the money. Guys, Instagram overload. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Like always, man, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm out of here. Like, follow, and subscribe.